Hello. So, if you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, what's up? I already started, I sparked up a tiny bit. I couldn't really get it to light. Life's weird, especially in trying moments. And I feel like for a lot of us, this is a trying moment. For many different reasons. For some of us, it's because of the news, what's been going on in the news. For some of us, it's because of what's not going on in the news, and it's just a lot. And I'm not usually one to speak on it. Usually, I'm just an entertainer, if you will. I spread information and I talk about things in private, but publicly, I'm usually just like, yeah, that's happening, but I'm over here in my bubble, and I don't know if I like that. I don't know, like, I don't want to be super, like, in the moment. Like, I like to be more timeless. Like, if you're watching this for a year from now, this should, be able to help you in some aspect. But the more aware I get, the harder it is to really ignore stuff. Like, what's been going on, like, the stuff at the Capitol and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's hard to put in words. I didn't really meditate on this per se. I did meditate a little bit before this, and I grounded a little bit before this, but I don't know, like, it's just, and then I know that there's so much that I want to do personally for the world. Like, I don't want to just, like, thrive. I want to thrive and be able to help other people thrive and, feel empowered and all that good stuff. I have, like, things that I want to do, and I feel like I always say this, but it's like, when the going gets tough, it's just, it's tough. That's not a saying, but, like, I don't know. I feel like I'm just venting right now. Life's good. I mean, for some of us, we're very privileged because there are a lot of fuck shit going on, especially in America. Like, all around the world, always there's something going on, but it's weird what the times have done to us. It's weird. I don't know what kind of face I'm making, but I don't appreciate it. Like, I'm going to watch this back and I'm going to be really upset at what I was doing to my face. The Taurus in me and the Libra in me does not appreciate it at all. Wait, is this the wrong side? This is the wrong side. I feel like since I found out I had Libra and Taurus in me, I've just been really glowing up. I've just been really feeling myself because I know that Venus has my back. Like, just to get a little, like, I don't know, random and personal and weird. Like, astrology is actually a blueprint for life. Like, I had a joke for TikTok. I don't know how I'm going to pull this off. I still want to, even though I'm telling you now, whoever watches this, I had a joke for, I'm probably not going to do it. But, and it was essentially like, because God created astrology, and then deism is like, because deism is the theory that God created us and then walked away. And so, like, astrology would be, in essence, his autopilot. Like, when the moon is in Taurus, people feel this and that, and especially when there is in, it's like, obviously, if you pay attention to astrology, it makes so much sense how life works. And it's not necessarily to say it's a cheat code. I'm sorry, I could have done that better. A cheat code, but I can't. I'm not editing this, so I mean, you're gonna see all of this. Hashtag Virgo moon and tropical Virgo moon. Hashtag side. I want to say this word right. Sidereal Virgo rising. Ugh. Just like, it makes so much sense. Virgo placements, Pisces placements, Gemini placements, we're just, a lot of times we're just filled with anxiety. Even if we don't recognize it as anxiety, like, it's, I said I was gonna light this, but I think those are the sounds of planes. Maybe it's an omen, I don't know. We are living in a simulation. By the way, this is my last one. This is all I have left. And technically it's a spliff, but that's unimportant. I also wanted to talk about trauma. I wanted to talk about how trauma is like disgusting and we should ban it. We should, if anything should be canceled, it should be trauma. And it should be issues and factors that like cause trauma, you know? Because fuck trauma, for real. Because like, why is it so hard to let go too? Like, when you know you need to let go and it's just like you can't let go because it's like it hurts so much and it's still there. Like, and I feel like that's why so many people, I talked about this in the last video, why so many people are upset by like past depressions. And like, even though it is still kind of happening now, it's like still systems in place. It's like we can't get over what has happened in the past as a collective. Like, just some of us are just so, like, we feel it so deeply. We feel our ancestors so deeply, I guess, on some level. And it's just like, nah, fuck you, white bastard. Like, sorry, excuse my language. Like, that's honestly the energy of some of us. Like, just fucking you. Like, there's a history between us and I don't fuck with you. And I don't, like, I personally, I have a lot of white acquaintances, a lot of white friends, a lot of people that I, you know, enjoy that are white. And it's not even like to just say like, oh, I like white people, so erase the history. It's like, these are people, and like, yes, they are capable of doing bad things. We're capable of doing bad things. All people are doing, if I can get my words out, all people are capable of fucking bad things. And at the same time, a lot of the bad things that we're even like upset about, like disregarding what's happening now, a lot of the tension that is happening now is because of built up tension. And I feel like I'm not really explaining this properly because I definitely don't want to gloss over the fact that these oppressions are still happening today, and these oppressions are still a part of our lives. But it's also like a lot of the anger that even exists for anywhere is because of the past. And it's like, it's easier said than done too, like, because I've been told that I should just let it go, and I know that's good advice. Just start anew. Just fucking, it doesn't exist really if you just don't, like, the trauma still exists, but like your actions don't need to be based off of the trauma, is I guess what I'm saying. If I had to sum it up, if I had to like put it in layman's terms, your trauma does not need to, or no, your current actions don't need to be based on your past traumas. And it's a hard lesson. I'm still fucking learning it. And in addition to learning that, I'm also learning about detachment. And like, I thought I had mastered this. I thought I knew about this because like, I guess it doesn't hurt as much when people block me randomly or surprisingly or unexpectedly or whatever. But like, I'm realizing I said that I wanted to have a more calm demeanor. I said I was going to meditate before. And I meditated for like a couple minutes or whatever before. Maybe that's an exaggeration. But I'm realizing I'm very hyper. And I'm also going to move deeper into here because I don't want anyone. Oh my gosh, my butt hurts so bad. Ow. You know when you're sitting for so long and you get up and your ass is fucking sore as shit? Yeah, that's me right now. Oh, don't you just love that information that I just gave you? Sometimes I think I'm like the funniest person in the world, and then sometimes I'm like, what the fuck? Like, but even then, I guess I'm laughing at my silliness. I was gonna say stupidity. I'm not stupid. I've been using a lot of negative words on myself, jokingly, and I said this in a tweet before that I deleted, but because the brain doesn't know that you're joking usually, you have to have a strong mind to practice self-deprecating humor, because you're telling yourself, oh, I'm a piece of shit. I'm garbage. And then, like, what are your thoughts, like, behind that? Like, do you actually think that? And if you don't, then are you, like, making sure that your brain knows that? Because words are powerful. And even if you don't mean them, there's still power behind them. Like, when you go back to, like, look at that is something that was said. That was something that on some level may have been felt. And maybe this part isn't making much sense. I feel like I'm moving into territory that doesn't make sense, but I'm gonna spark up again and meet you on the other side, even though this won't be edited. But I guess I could just show the greenery and stuff, because I can't do B-roll anymore because I can't edit, and that makes me really upset because I really enjoyed that part of the Edison Pradas. I can't even could you imagine Thomas Edison wearing Pradas though? That's literally what I just said, Edison Pradas. Like Thomas Edison wearing name brand, like on his name brand Pradas. That would be funny. If there's any designers out there, please, let's make that happen. DM me, AfroQueerGod on Twitter. No, but for real, though. I'm gonna take a moment for myself, just to ground my energy into the earth, and to also be grateful that I can be out here and that it's not too cold. Like, I'm wearing like 2 jackets, but it's really not that cold. I said I was gonna ground myself and I started walking immediately. I am so restless, you could blame it on the lack of sleep. That was a really bad run in my opinion. I'm gonna listen back to this and I'm gonna think it sounds good, but right now that sounded disgusting. Okay, so look at that. Doesn't that look like a chandelier? Like every time I come in here, I'm just like, that's a chandelier. There's also a person with a dog over in yonder. I didn't bring my dog. I think I mentioned that previously or in a deleted clip. And I really don't feel like socializing, so I am walking away. Like, no. Don't judge me. Because I can't edit this, and I don't know, I feel weird about random encounters. I don't want to do that. That's not right now. We're not ready for that, okay? We're not ready for that level of socializing on camera. Okay. Oh my gosh, I just stepped in a huge puddle. I wonder where they went. Also, I wonder what kind of dog that was. Oh my gosh. It's a Smalley dog. Smalley dog? Small doggy? Whatever, it doesn't matter. It's just words. Actually, there was a time where I used to think it's just words. And then, like, I do sometimes teeter between, because I'm like, if you don't put power behind it, then it doesn't really have power. Like, same with tarot cards. Like, if you don't know the meanings, then it doesn't really have meaning. But that's a whole bunch of philosophy right there. It's a whole lot of mental gymnastics right there, fella. Where am I going? I don't know. Hopefully to get a record deal. Or actually, I don't know if I want a record deal. I want a manager. I was talking about a manager. Well, I say talking, but I was thinking about getting a manager earlier today. Or maybe it was yesterday. It was either earlier today or yesterday. I don't know. I've said this before, but the days blend together. But relationships for me make a break. And I feel like that's general, but like for me, like it's just really important. Like if it's not somebody I can vibe with, I don't know. And a manager is a pretty big relationship. It's a pretty big deal. And I don't just want anybody managing me, but I'm accepting applications if I can get my words out. I sing. I don't dance. That's one thing I don't do. I do act. What else do I do? I write, of course. That's a thing. I'm supposed to be working on this story. I just want to complain for a moment because I want to blame it on my astrology because I've lately just been feeling super aggressive, specifically since Mars transitioned into Taurus, or whatever the word is, transitioned into Taurus. Like, I've just been feeling so upset and aggressive, and I've heard that sometimes when you're feeling like super tired or super like emotional or whatever during certain transits, it's because, specifically with the moon, it's because, like in general the planets, but with the moon specifically with emotions, it's about what was it? It's about trauma. We were talking about trauma. So this ties back into it. It talks about like things that you need to release, things that you need to acknowledge, stuff like that. That's what I've heard. At least from, I think it was a witch who said this, or like somebody who practices witchcraft or magic or whatever. Specifically with the lunar cycle. You know, there's a lot of categories. Like, I know this is a really random tangent, but there's a lot of random categories. Like, for everything that you do, there's always categories. Like, you could be a cashier, but then, like, what kind of cashier are you? Are you a cashier at a supermarket? Or are you a cashier at a... You know? I don't know. That was really random. But, speaking of cashiers, I might be a cashier at a pet store soon. Maybe. Possibly. They messaged me and praise Jeebus, right? I did manifest, I did pray for a job opportunity to come into my lap. So I guess this is that. Very grateful. I don't know if I haven't messaged them back or anything. They said that like by Wednesday is when they want to schedule the interview or something like that. But let's see, because I am tired of asking people for money. To an extent. Like, I don't ask anybody for money, like, because nobody really doesn't really want to ask for money. But I'm talking about in my personal life, not online. People online are so generous, like, way more generous than a lot of my family members have been, barring a few examples. But I said I wanted to meditate beforehand, and I have not done a good job. I only meditated for, like, probably like 5 minutes at best. Like, I mean, no, I didn't meditate today much. I meditated yesterday a lot, but today not really, not like consciously. I've been absorbing a lot of information though about astrology. I've been studying. Okay, I'm gonna take a hint from that SPRB. Okay, so I am technically near a neighborhood, so I might be careful. I guess I could just like step over this little swamp area right here, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. I realize I talk about it myself a lot, and it's funny because I don't have any first house placements, and I feel like that's just a thing that people do, but I've been more conscious of it. Like, whenever I'm talking to somebody, like, I am one to extend and be like, hey, how are you doing, or blah, 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 but a lot of times I'm saying I statements, and I don't know, it just gets annoying, like, listening back to that, hearing that, like, I am feeling this, I am this, I am that, and I kind of went on a little meltdown on Twitter. Like, nobody paid any attention, but I was feeling really shitty. I was feeling really self-loathing, like just a really shitty person. I guess because I wasn't doing as much as I wanted to be doing, like activism wise, and I don't know, like, what can I do? Scratch that. There's a lot I could be doing. But also, I guess I'm supposed to be taking care of myself, because let me just digest my thoughts for a moment. Okay, so I'm silly because I've been doing a lot. Just the other week, I think this was like last week, I don't know. I guess I could look back at my Cashapp history. Also, I guess we're not supposed to be using Cashapp because I heard that they were hacking people and stuff like that. I don't know. But just the other week, I gave away a bunch of money on Cashapp, and I felt really bad about it afterwards because I was like, that was a really frivolous move. But I just felt really called to do it, like, because beforehand I was just telling myself I want to be more giving, I want to give more to the world, and so I did that. And I don't think I gave that much money. Like, I gave more money the first time I did that. And I guess in saying this, I'm trying to just tell myself that I am doing more than I feel like I am. Like, I'm recording videos almost every day, if not every day. I am working on content and like services all the time. Like, I have shit that I'm doing, and maybe it's the Virgo in me, maybe it's the fucking Gemini in me, just always thinking I'm worse off than I am. I did do some shadow work, like a little bit. Like, when I say I'm doing shadow work, I guess I should specify that I don't usually write it down. Like, I know that's an important element of it, like typing it or writing it or whatever, but usually I do a lot of my work inside my head. Maybe I should change that. Maybe a form of release would be better. But I don't know. I also dance, though. I guess that's a form of release. I smoke. I mean, I am a writer. I do write. So let me say that. I do definitely write. But I don't usually write in regards to shadow work. But I definitely feel like that is important. Like, if you want to actually be serious about something, I feel like you do have to, like, document it and stuff. Not to say I haven't been serious about, like, cards, like tarot and oracle, but only recently I've been actually documenting my card spreads, my personal card spreads. I haven't done personal reads for anybody else really that were paid in a while, so I don't know. But specifically with personal reads for myself, I always just like take note in my mind and I just move forward with the energy or with the knowledge that I've gained. But recently I've been putting it in my memos, like, and I only did it like for 2 days, I think, maybe, if even. So I mean, who knows if I'll finish. I'm very sporadic. I'm very spur of the moment, very Page of Wands energy, very passionate but very immature energy. Like, I don't really go that far. My stamina is not that great. Well, if we're talking in the bedroom, that's another thing, but also let's not talk about that. I'm so cute though. Like, even though I may not be 100% health-wise, I am really cute, really sexy, really hot. I love it. Don't you love it? Also, if you enjoyed this video, you should definitely consider hitting that like button. You should definitely consider subscribing if you're not. And comment what else you want to see. I definitely have so many ideas that I want to do. I'm not even going to get into it because I always say it and then I don't do it. But I have shit that I want to do. So in addition to those stuff, you should comment what you want to see, what you would want me to talk about. I know a lot of, I don't want to say useless information, but I know a lot of information, and I guess that's my Gemini. I just absorb knowledge and I just know things. So like, you will see a lot of informational stuff soon. Don't bet on what soon is, because soon could be from like next week to a year. So let's hope for sooner rather than later. Thank you for watching. If you got this far, I appreciate you. And if you can, you should definitely, I hate asking, but tip me down below in the description. And stay cool, stay awesome, stay safe.